Hello everyone, so I'm back at Cozy Yoga Studio in Porto where I'm gonna teach a class in about 45 minutes. So I hope there's gonna be enough time to record this video before the students start arriving. So what I want to talk about today is how important it is to keep a consistent practice of yoga or whatever other type of spiritual practice that you do, perhaps meditation, something that really keeps you connected to your truth and to your heart. Because we are living in tough times. There was never a moment in the world that it was not tough for humanity. But right now we have so much information in our phones and in our hands. We are connected 24/7. We can get news from everywhere in the world. It can be super overwhelming. And this high level of knowledge and information, and sometimes not the whole picture, right? We just get bits of information mixed with a lot of fake news and memes and all this kind of stuff that we see online. There was always wars, there was always horrible things happening. But right now we are seeing this live every single day in our phones, in our hands. If you have compassion and empathy, that can really touch you in a place of deep sadness, hopelessness, and perhaps even anger. For me, it touches a lot on the anger spot, and I get really frustrated as well. These days, my yoga practice or my meditation practice, emotional release practices, they've been so important because that's what is keeping me sane, keeping my mental health stable enough to come here and record this video, for example, and keep going with my live teaching and doing all the stuff. Because in the end of the day, my life keeps on going and I need to keep doing my things because otherwise I cannot pay my rent, right, in the end of the month. So I need to keep coming to teach my classes and doing my other work. Sometimes I allow myself to be sad and be present with the emotion, but most of the time I just have to be a functional human being, right? So for that to happen, I feel my practice really brings me this awareness and conscious and peace that helps me and supports me in my day-to-day life, because it's really challenging, of course. So right now I imagine that you already have a yoga practice, otherwise you wouldn't be in this channel and you probably wouldn't be watching this video. So I want to say that's the right time to keep a consistency. That's the time to come to your mat every day, stay truly connected to yourself, to your heart, and to your truth, because there's so much lies out there that you need to know what is true inside of you, right? And the only way for that is to meditation, is to practice, is to turning off the phone and coming inwards. I want to share with you this piece of knowledge from this amazing book, which is called Yoga as Resistance. And this book is amazing and I would recommend deeply to any yoga teacher out there. If you're into inclusion and equity, you should definitely read this. But right now I'm just going to read a passage from it that deeply touched myself, and I hope it touches you too. Yoga does not ask of us to overlook or deny the realities of the nature of the world. Rather, it offers us the tools to face those realities with authenticity, courage, tenacity, and compassion. Through knowledge, one attains detachment and ultimate freedom. Our journey to ultimate freedom is individual and collective. So this passage is so epic because it's basically telling us that, the world is fucked up and we need to keep on going, right? We need to keep doing our part. Coming to the mat and practice yoga is not about, oh, everything is going to be beautiful, love and light, but actually this practice is teaching us ways to be more compassionate, more empathetic, and also more authentic, so more connected to your inner truth. Who are you? What are your values? What do you stand for, right? I'm doing this work so I can show up in a compassionate and an empathetic way in my city, in my community, for whatever I'm dealing with. and in this way I can bring this better frequency and this better energy in my environment, and perhaps this is going to create a ripple effect, and these people will also be nicer and more compassionate, more empathetic with others. It's not about the individual self and achieving enlightenment as a unique being, at least not from my perspective. Other people would argue differently. No one is truly free until there is someone that is not free. We are a collective, we are oneness, and yoga teaches us that, like, we are all one and we all have to rise together. Sometimes that means that you have to go vote for the right person, or you have to act and go to a protest. We have to find ways to do something to help rise the collective. Be sure that if there is people struggling now because of the systems of oppressions that we live in, this can get to you at any moment. We want to find all this love, all this freedom, peace that we are all seeking for. We all just want to be loved. We all just want to have a peaceful day and peace of mind, feel complete, fulfilled. There is ways that we can perhaps create a different reality for everybody in this world. It's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of work. Perhaps in a few generations, there's going to be some change. At least that's what we need to keep hoping for. And I don't know about you, but that's one thing that motivates me. We are planting seeds, and at some point those seeds are gonna start flourish. If it doesn't really happen here and the human race get extincted, well, maybe I see you in another planet next lifetime. So right now what we can do is come to the mat, practice our yoga, practice our meditation, all other spiritual practice that you have, and start spreading compassion and love to your community and everyone around you. Every day we can do small actions to make this world a better place. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and now is my time to get ready to put some seeds out there in this yoga class that I'm gonna teach in a few minutes. No students arrived yet, so I guess I'm doing a good timing. Yeah, maybe today I'm gonna quote some of this book in my class. Who knows? I'll see how it goes. See you around.